Hello and welcome to an introductory series here on how to play the piano for beginners. So I know that a lot of you have searched for a video on this topic because you want to learn how to play the piano, and I commend you for that. I think that's a phenomenal skill to have and something that you can have with you for the rest of your life, as well as be able to show someone else. Once you feel comfortable and proficient, you can show it to someone else as well. But thank you for tuning in to this video. Now you got here and you're like, wait a minute, who are you and why should I listen to you when it comes to learning how to play music? Excellent question. So a little bit about me. My name is Ty, as indicated by my channel. I've been playing music now since the age of 10. Which would put me at roughly about 34 years of playing music. So at the age of 10 years old, I was actually on the instrument playing in front of hundreds of people at the age of 10. So that's pretty much how I got started. I started as a church musician, playing in church, and I learned the piano. Thankfully, my father felt as though that was a skill that I needed to learn. My father, he plays bass guitar, and my mother also teaches music to the choir, directs choirs, teaches parts, vocal arrangements to choir members as well. So that's how that's how I kind of got into music, is because my family was into music. My uncles sing, my uncles play guitar, my uncles play bass, they play drums. We have other keyboard players in my family. We have multiple singers in my family. So as far as music goes, it's been something I've been a part of or around pretty much the entire existence since I've been alive. So but I have been playing piano for a very long time. I also taught music lessons very early on in life. When I was around 20 or so, we had a music store that we owned where we taught music as well. So why you should listen is because you're listening to someone who's familiar with music and who has played music for a very long time in their life in multiple scenarios. I've played for 5 people singing in a back room somewhere, trying to come up with an idea, and I've played in front of thousands. I've played all across the board for multiple different arenas, avenues: gospel music, R&B music, soul, country, pop, rock, hip hop. There would be one hip hop artist who wants a live band for his thing, and I've played with that. So there's been a multitude of things as far as how I got into it. So I thank you for tuning into my channel, and I hope I can provide something to you that will help. But enough of that. You guys tuned in to learn how to play the piano for beginners, and I want this video to be informative to you and for there actually be some piano in here. So first, when it comes to getting into piano, a little bit about how I like to teach. I learned to play music by ear, and that's the only way that I know how to play. I can look at notes and I can tell you what notes are FACE, and every good boy deserves a dog or a bone or something, but I learned to play music by ear. So the principles and things that I'll be teaching to you in this is based on playing by ear. So understanding your tonal center, like what key the song is in, understanding intervals, getting from one note to another note, different things like that are things that I'll show you and be doing. But as far as what you're trying to learn, you may just want to learn how to play a song, at a family event. You may want to play in church. You may want to write music and be able to play along with the music that you write. So hopefully this can help you with all of the above. So we'll start with just some very basic things here. You want to play piano, you're excited about it, you got a piano. First and foremost, you need an instrument to play on. Now, I will not say that you need to go out and buy a piano like the one I have here. I have a Roland Juno DS. It's an 88 key piano. You can find these somewhere between $800, $900, and $1,000. I'm not telling you to go get that. I have another keyboard over here as well, a Yamaha Mo DX keyboard. Not telling you to go get that. 1,500. I'm not telling you to do that. What you need is just something that you can play on. Now, a lot of times you can play, and a lot of these things can be taught. There's a piano app you can get on your phone. You can literally sit on the piano app on your phone, and you can play an iPad, a tablet, something like that. Or you can get one of these. This is what I use a lot. I hook it up to my laptop, but it's just a controller. Costs maybe $50. If you have a laptop or a computer, you can download some music software. Usually you can find some for free. Get you a little controller like this, connect it to your keyboard, and boom, you could be playing just like that. I use this a lot of times either in gigs or kicking around ideas and different things like that. But you need something to play on. Okay. Two, just kind of learning the way I learned. So basically, when I was learning, there was a need. They needed someone to play. They wanted someone to play a particular instrument. So how about we show this guy how to play, and maybe he can join us in the band and play. So maybe your friend is looking at starting a band. He's got a couple ideas. He maybe wants someone to play keyboard, and you're like, I want to play. I gotta play. I want to be that guy. But you don't have any classical training. You didn't go to Berkeley School of Music, which I'm also currently attending as well. But just throw it out there. But you didn't do all that, but you want to play. You want to get in there. You just need to learn some basics, and then you can expand on the basics by watching videos like this or other videos that are on the platform as well. So on YouTube too. So we'll kind of just get into some. Those are the things you need to start. You need a piano. You need something to play on, and then just some motivation, some determination, some time, and don't make time an excuse as to why you won't learn. I want to throw that out there. I hear it all the time from people. I don't got time. I can't learn. I can't do. Guys, I've taught my 5-year-old, 6-year-old now son chords on the piano, and the attention span of small children. You got about 30 seconds, man, to show them something. So I've managed to get him to play his chord on there, and actually, making it sound good, right? There's some ways that you can do that. So don't let time be a discouragement to you as far as why or whether you can get into it or not get into it. But I just want to just throw that out there. But if you can take a few minutes out of your day, 15 minutes out of your day, sit down, try some basic concepts, understand some things, and then go from there. So we'll start with basics here. On a piano keyboard, a lot of times you'll find they have 88 keys. And it looks like there's a bunch of keys, and you're like, oh, what do I hit? You just to get people to get on there and just be doing, you want to say, well, what do I want to hit? How do I get started? So it's very simple to understand from starting. So there's keys. A lot of times people start with a C. C is very, you can hit it. Like, look, I'm not even showing you guys how to play the piano, but if you sat down and you heard somebody, you're like, let me see what else they got, right? So, and all I'm doing is hitting C. And if I hit C and any other white note on the keyboard, you got, well, let me do that. Let me back up. You have white notes, you have black notes on the keyboard. They all play a role. They all get you to where you want to get to, but there are white notes and there's black notes on there. But C, if you hit a C and you hit any white note with a C, with a C, I hit every white note on there. That's all I hit was just the white notes on there. And you can make it sound like there's something going on that people want to listen to. If I just so we'll learn what we're talking about from that. We got a C, but it's sort of like to start is with an alphabet, but it's not the whole alphabet. It's just portions of the alphabet. So technically we got A, B, C, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, so those are your notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And I'm really just in this beginning one because I don't want to take too long. I wanted to stick with just the white notes for now. It's the when I hit the black notes, you can't. In order to get that sound in the black notes, you're going to have to add in the white notes as well. That's why I just want us to focus on the white notes for us to get it started. So, like we mentioned, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So what I want you to do is take time to kind of just go over that, but just kind of from every A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, just familiarizing yourself with what's called a scale. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, right, and it's so basic, but it just tells you, it gives you an idea. So what I want to do is, if we just got that far for playing, we want to pick back up in the next video. I'll leave another video here for us to take a look at. But thank you guys for tuning into this video. Just some very basics, a little bit about me. This is more so of a background video, and as we pick up in the next video, now that you know who you're dealing with, now we can start to learn some concepts and a little bit more. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the next one.